Whoa! Welcome back to the channel, guys. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good day today. But today's video, we're gonna go ahead and talk about real versus fake. Which one is real and which one is fake? Can you really tell the difference? Can you really spot the difference between these real and fake from a top tier factory? These are currently the most updated versions in the market, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick look and see if you could spot the differences between a real and a fake Bred 11. Let's go. All right, guys, so today we're gonna be taking a look at the real versus fake Bred 11 playoff Breds, whatever they want to call them now. This is what they're looking like. There are very few small flaws. To the average person, the fakes could pass as real. I'm gonna be honest with you. But to those of us who know our stuff, you can't fool us, buddy. I'm gonna be pinpointing the major differences between these shoes. Maybe do a little bit of a 360 for you guys so you guys can take a look. We're gonna also look at the small details. The details are in the devil. The small details will give these fakes away. Inconsistencies, little small flaws. You gotta take a look at everything nowadays. I know these are not going for too much over retail right now currently, but maybe by the time you're watching this video, you're wanting to learn how to spot the differences. So in today's video, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now let's go ahead and do a full 360 for you guys so you guys can see the difference. This is the retail pair. Here is the fake pair. Men's size tag there with the suggested retail pair. Take a look at the fonts, text, and on the border here of the tag. Now here is the fake tag. If you look at the fonts, text, the suggested retail price is actually a little bit bolder, the text font there. And also this has a matte finish versus the retail pair actually has a glossy finish to the black on the label. And here you can compare. The top is the retail pair, the bottom is the fake. Again, color, size, box, and stuff are pretty much on point. That label is still currently off, even though it has been fixed. It does come with a QR code now. Inside of the retail box, it does have that IDM tag here in the middle, tissue paper stamp here on the side there, and the quality control stamp on this side. Now for the fake, the tissue black paper is in here, stamp, and the quality control is on this side here. You got the quality control stamp here and the number right up here. Retro cards are exactly the same. This is the fake and this is the retail pair. Exactly the same text, fonts, placements, and everything. Retail is on the right, fake is on the left. Differences, differences, differences. Off the rip, the sole colors. So as you can see out there, the fake, the soles are a little bit more gummy, a little bit more pinkish, can kind of say, and semi-translucent right around that carbon fiber. You can see that there, the carbon fiber seems to be a little bit more profound here versus the retail. The retail is more gummy. You can't really see the carbon fiber. Another small detail is in the toe caps. As you can see that this here is the fake. It has a little bit more of a gloss to it, a little bit more like a pinkish compared to the red on the retail pair, which is more like a varsity red, right? And again on the fake pair here, it'll have more of a pinkish color tone to it as opposed to the retail here, more of a varsity red. Height and everything is the same. cuts and everything on the replica are correct, just like the retail pair. The retail pair actually has a bulkier toe box, more like a snout here, compared to the replica, as you can see out there. A very small minor detail that could be fixed by the factories. Here is the fake. If you look at the stitching around the Jumpman in the white letters, as opposed to the retail pair is actually a lot more nicer, tight knitted stitching versus the fake. Here is the Jumpman on the retail pair. Here is the Jumpman on the replica. Here is the 23 on the back of the retail pair, as opposed to the replica one, which is a little bit thicker and not as clean cut and detailed like the retail pair, as you can see that there. One is the replica. It's actually a little bit more of a creamy white instead of the bottom one, which is the retail pair, and that's more of a true white. Again, the soles on the replica up on top are a little bit more semi-translucent when you can see that carbon fiber exposure there, versus the retail pair. It has more of a gummy type of sole where you can't really see through it. And also too, the black pods on the replica up on top are glossy versus the retail pair are matte. On the retail pair here, the spacing between that there and the lace holes is not very thick, as you can see that there. Versus the replica ones, there is quite more of a gap there, as you can see. A lot more space between that. The laces are exactly the same. This is the replica and this is the retail pair. Same thickness. The only thing I would say, the lace tips on the fake, they're a little bit thicker at the end versus the retail pair are a lot more tighter knit. So something to take a look at and to account. 7/17 to 8/20 production dates on the retail pair. 4/16/5/27 of 2019 production dates for the replica. Inside of the retail pair, stamp is there. Here is a look at the inside of the replica. You do have a stamp there. The number is incorrect. Here is a look at the back of the tongue of the retail pair. Nice and stitching, good spacing in between. Text is nice and bold. Here is a look at the back of the fake. The placement of the stitching and alignment of the lines are off, and the font is not as thick as the retail pair. Shoe trees, retail pair. Fake come actually with this wrapping tissue paper versus the retail pair does not. Now take a look at the Jumpmans here on the retail pair here. It's nice and thick and well defined versus the replica is a lot more. If you look at his fingers there, they're not very detailed and defined like the retail pair is. So that's something to take a look at. Also too, the colors are actually very, very, very close. Now if you flip it over on the back side, this is the retail pair, this is the fake. The retail pair has this little like U or V where it's indented versus the fake does not have that. This is the replica and this is the retail pair. The replica actually number text on the inside is thicker and bigger, and the retail pair is actually thinner and smaller. You can kind of see that there. Now let's take a look at the insoles, retail pair, fake pair with the crooked number. Pretty much on point. Now when you flip it over, there are differences. This is the retail pair, this is the fake pair. The fake pair has a white color. This has more, the retail pair has more of a creamy color to the back of the insoles. Also again too, the text is a little bit thicker stamped on the fake, which is the white one, and the creamy one is the retail pair, as you can see that there. The numbers are also different on the trademark there, and also a little square here versus the retail pair. The retail pair is not that thick and embossed as embossed or debossed like the replica is here. Also to another detail I noticed, when you put the retail pair in a light, you can actually see semi through it, versus the fake you cannot see through it. There is the text on the insole. Retail is the one on this side, fake is this side. Okay, now let's go ahead and give these bad boys that UV light treatment to show you guys the details on what to look for. Is the retail pair. As you can see, that nothing there is shining. The stitching actually glows. The pattern where the factory have the pin marks to make sure they get the shape and perfection and cuts does glow. The wording also glows on the replica just like the retail pair. And again, the glue also is exposed on the midsole and the sole just like the retail pair. On the replicas you can see somewhat like lines in between the grooves that you can see exposure of the bottom of the sole. The retail pair does not have that, as you can see right there. Those little grooves in between that kind of allow you to see the bottom of the sole. The retail pair does not have that. Alrighty guys, again, thank you guys for watching. I know this was a little bit of a longer video. Sorry, I apologize, but I like to get into detail. I like to get into the meat and grit of the video to let you guys know what to look for when you are buying these shoes. Just be careful. Again, you could buy what you want to buy, but the purpose of my videos are to help educate you and inform you on what to look for when you're buying these in the secondary market. Just be aware, man. Again, the retail pairs have a lot of flaws too. Don't think they come perfect. A couple of my Jumpmans from a couple pairs that I had were not consistent versus the replicas were actually better quality Jumpman, believe it or not. Better quality stitching. Manufactured at such a high volume in a short amount of time, there's going to be inconsistencies versus the fakes that are being manufactured in smaller quantities, I would say, and they have sometimes a little bit of a better quality control. Depends on which factory or what version you're buying out there. So just be aware, man. That's all. Again, like, comment, subscribe, guys. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you learned something, let me know down below. Guys, to the next one. I appreciate you. We out, fam. Peace.